You see, how to befool you. Now you must create some weaknesses for people. If you don't create a weakness, how will they prosper with their machineries? So now, let's befool them. If you go to the seashore and you tan your body, you look very beautiful. First of all, you look horrid. Horrid you look. And secondly, they will say that your health will be all right. So everybody is going to the seashore, ending up with a skin cancer. Because your body revolts against it, that's why you get skin cancer. You get liver troubles, already you are liverish. You are already thinking too much. Why do you want to have sun? You have already too much sun within yourself. So what is the reasoning for it? I just don't understand. You must know that today we have the work of the Sahasrara. And the Sahasrara is the brain. We have to work on the brain. And if you people do not know how to use your brain properly, I don't know what am I going to do. Moreover, today, talking to some Indians, I discovered something horrifying things which I must tell you. Which is horrifying as well as laughed at it. They were telling me that if you take an English hen and an Indian hen, there's a tremendous difference between the two. The hen that is Indian, if she sees another hen being attacked, she'll make such a noise that all the hen will join together and will start making noises, so that if there's an attack, the master will come and try to remove the attack. But if it's an English hen, she will just watch another being eaten up, you see. And then she's eaten up also, she says, all right, eat me, doesn't matter, I'll take second birth and come back. He said, they have no brains at all. He said, they have no brains. Like, say, an English bullock. They have English bullocks also. I mean, English means Western. They don't mean anything else, but it's Australian. Maybe anything is English to us, because we had known only English, so we say English. But that's what they say, English. But it doesn't mean anything. It means any Westerner or any Australian or white-skinned person. Bullock, he said. He said, our bullocks, if you tell them, go straight, they know. If you tell them, go left, they know. If you tell them, walk this way, they know. They know everything. But if you have any, these bullocks, they don't know anything. You tell them, go further, you teach them anything, nothing. They will never learn it. You tell them, they'll go the way they want to. It's very surprising. I said, really? Yes, they said. It is so. They are for no good. They can just do what they want to do. They cannot understand what you are talking. They have no understanding about it. Imagine about the bush. And then think of it in India. You see, we have everything walking on the street. We have got the bullocks and we have got the cows. We've got sometimes the hen. Everything goes on the road. They know which side the thing is coming, which side they have to move. There's a car coming. He said, put one English cow, they'll be all finished on the road. I got such a fright, when I heard it. I said, they do not do sunbathing. How do they get it? Then I was thinking that the kind of a food you give them, there must be some horrible hormones. They must be spoiling their brains. But we are very destructive. I must tell you. Drugs. Now we started taking to drugs in the name of God. I mean, Indians, you make them take drugs, they'll say, tell another. I know what it is. And then our brains go off with the drugs. Brains are not normal. Why we behave like this, I can only explain that they have taken drugs. I've seen people who have taken drugs, I just don't understand. Why? There's no logic into their behavior. Just no logic. They just like the brains of a bullock. They behave the same way. You just can't explain why they behave. They have taken drugs. Now what is drug taking? Is again self-destructive. Because you want to destroy yourself, that's why you have taken drugs. Otherwise, how many Indians you have known who take drugs? I have never even seen that. And another thing, Dhumar told me he says his reading is, he says that if a child is educated in a vernacular school, I was also educated in a vernacular school because my father was very particular, no English schools. And those who are educated in the English school, there's such a difference. He says he has his children educated in the English school and he has his children educated in vernacular school. The youngest one is in the vernacular school. He says he knows about everything. He knows how many cows are in the house. He will look after parrots. He knows how the parrot works out, how the things are. He's the youngest. He knows about everything. But other children, they just will stand. If you tell them, they'll give an explanation. And then they'll say, so what? So what? But if you tell him something, immediately he will know what is to be done. He'll just get it done the way he wants to do it, in the sense that it must be done. But here the other way now. If you tell a child from an English school, he will do the way he wants to do, and if you tell him, why did you do this way, he'll say, what's wrong? Or at the most he'll say, I'm sorry, finished. Like Sir Yogis will pull their ears, finished. Even if he hits you, he'll say, pull my ears, mother, I've hit you. It's like that. It's very funny thing. I said, what's wrong with the language? Why this English language makes people like that? I can't understand. Why? I just don't understand. What's wrong? Now this is not in the Indian language. You see, if you say, they say, what? We didn't understand what you're saying. What's wrong? Just the whole, I think the language itself has the disciplining in it. It has what we call mardav. It builds up the personality. Like if somebody tries to show off, you see, immediately we'll say, you are overwise, atishane. And the saying is, atishane chanse bail rikame. Those who try to show that they are very intelligent, their bullocks have no work, means they are lazy lumps. The whole language system as such, they're so practical, I tell you, they are so practical. And that is why we came to India first of all. We had some Sir Yogis with us when we came here. About 25 Sir Yogis from England came. And we all stayed here, and all these people looked after them and they fed them. And of course, they paid no money, nothing, they lived here. Nobody even wrote a letter of thanks. So they all got worried. And they wrote a letter to me saying that, Mother, what has happened? Are they all right or are they sick? They have not written any letter to us. So I called them. I said, did you write any letters to them? No. I said, why? We know we did wrong. We know. So you know. Then why did you not do it? No, but we know. Now what is an argument? Now you have come out of that. What I am giving you the background. You have come out of it. Now you are Sir Yogis. You are saints. So you have to be very different. You can't be like them. You have to understand. Like some people have a habit of saying, Mother, I am so badly off. You ask them, how are you? They say, like this. It's very common. So I look at their hands. What's it? I don't understand. What does that mean? Here people will feel ashamed to say. Even if you are sick, even if you are dying, if somebody will ask, how are you? They will say, I'm all right. I'm all right. Nobody will do like this. Means what? You ask them, what's your name? Did you ask my name? Of course I did, but why do you ask me again? Any question you ask, they will repeat it always. I used to wonder, why do they repeat? They didn't get it in their heads or what? Now the thing is, that is what is the background of this brain, and don't spoil it more by this sun. You have to do work of this Sahasrara. Sahasrara, which is the lotus of the divine, which has got beautiful petals now enlightened by your Kundalini. They are the living petals. Do not try to pray with it. That's why I say don't read funny books, don't see funny things, don't talk to funny people, don't waste your energy in worrying, in futuristic attitude. Keep to yourself, let this grow, because the roots are in the brain. The tree of awareness grows downward, but the roots are in the brain. And you have to go to the roots now, because you have done that movement. Now you come back. And for that, you have to know to look after your brain. The other day, I also said that I don't know why you people don't put any oil whatsoever. Why not put oil in the head? Poor oil, head needs the oil always. At least on a Saturday, put so much oil, rub it nicely and have a bath. But people just don't put any oil in the head. I mean, you must oil, gear up your brains. Don't you think so? If you don't put oil in any machine, it will crack. For this brain, which is a special machine, after Sahaja Yoga, is really a very special one, you must try to put lot of oil in it. Put some oil in the ears. Put some oil in the nose. Now the modern theory of the doctors is, don't put any oil or anything into the ears and the noses of the children. Rajesh's brother had a child, and they went to, of course, to a latest doctor from America. And the child was crying, weeping, feeling so horrible. And his Brahmarandra, what you call the fontanelle bone area, was not filled at all. It was all open. I said, what's the matter with you people? They said, the doctor has said, don't touch the oil. I said, what? They said, he'll have allergy. I said, no, nothing of the kind. You bring the oil. I got one full katori of oil, rubbed it on his head, pushed back that thing, and I put it in nose and ears. The child slept like a log of wood. Imagine how much the child must have suffered. These stupid ideas come from where? I don't know. They don't have any oil these days, so what is their idea? Is to do some business must be behind it. I don't know what is business. I don't know what they are going to run by not giving any oil to the children. They must be having some business with that also. Otherwise, it is absolutely a stupid idea. I just don't understand that the child has an allergy. And how presumptuous to think like that. Now, why the child has an allergy? Now, let me ask a question. Why a child will have an allergy? The doctors have to answer. Or, of course, you are all doctors, so you should say. Can I have the answer?
Could be an imbalance of heat and cold in the body.
But why? Say on the chakras. You say on the chakras, what will be catching? If somebody has allergies, what does it catch? Correct. Left navi. Left navi will catch. Now that means the mother. Because the child is not yet married, so is the mother. That means mother must be having a left navi herself. And that's why the child must be catching with that allergy. So instead of punishing the child, why not cure the left navi of the mother and left navi of the child? Now what will you do if there's a left tummy of the child, what we can do to help the child to get rid of it? Very simple. Anything that is left can be taken out on the little flame. Put your right hand on the left tummy of the child and put your left hand to the flame and finish. Now, in diagnosis, you are easy. But now for medicines, now remember the certain principles of medicines. Very certain principles are there. If it is left side, you have to take it to the fire, or to the sun, or to the flames. All right? If it is the left side, you have to take it to the water, in general. Anybody who's suffering from right side, put him in the water. Finished. Done. Not in the sun, of course. Any disease, you bring it to this point. It's very simple. Now let me have some questions about certain diseases.
They've been asking me for the last 3 weeks.
Huh?
They've been asking me for the last 3 weeks, so they must have the question.
All right, let's have it. I will see if I can answer. Yes.